All right, we are talking about money this morning and how all of us can keep more of it in our pockets.
Yes, always right time to get this kind of advice. So the CEO of World Financial Group, Fradel Barber, is here with us. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Michelle, you are awesome with money, in my opinion.
I am a miser, man. I will pinch a penny in a minute.
So you get the first question.
It's all right. So number one way we can do this is by looking at our cable bill, right? That's one thing that you say?
Absolutely. You know, we live in a city where there's so many things pulling us and attracting us. So there could be little ways, subtle ways, that if a little effort is put in, money can be saved. You know, one is cable. A lot of times you have, I don't know how many channels that you pay for, but don't necessarily use. Exactly. So nowadays there's streaming, there's Hulu, there's many different ways. Netflix is another one, absolutely. Or even going to the one channel, maybe ABC, that you want to pay for, right?
That's it.
Well played.
And you save $200 a month.
Now, what about cutting your landline? Because I saw you can save up to $500 a year, and then the telemarketers can't find you as easily.
Oh yeah, there's other pluses too.
Right? That's just the phone that plugs into the wall.
That's it. Mine's actually unplugged right now.
Really?
Really?
There you go.
And you're a financial advisor. You don't have a landline.
I don't. Because everyone calls me on my cell.
I'm the only one in America who still has a landline. I still like mine, because sometimes the cell doesn't work. Also, you know, hey, coffee. You talk about this sometimes a lot. Right. Yeah, right here.
So call that a $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yes.
That's the $5. This is the 150.
That's correct.
Right. This is the guy from the corner.
And the one you make at home is the 50.
Right. Exactly. So you say make it at home?
Make it at home. You save money, you know, and then when you do, make it social. You go for coffee, make it a social thing versus like you're on the run and just trying to get your coffee fix.
And invest in a good coffee machine at home. That will save you a ton of money, I imagine, as well. And, of course, getting around New York, take the subway as opposed to hopping in the cab.
Or even walking. Now we get, hopefully, nice weather. Well, not the way you just described it for tomorrow, but...
Wednesday.
Or Wednesday, yeah. So walk a little bit, get some exercise. I mean, average people spend on cabs is about $300 a month.
Yeah,
and most of the time it's unnecessary, you know. So that's another way to just, with a little effort, save a little money on the monthly basis.
And you're going to probably get there faster anyway.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Kennedys, they take the subway.
Thank you. And no, that's all great cutting corner stuff. I think that's great advice, especially living here in New York. So for a higher level of saving, because interest rates are still so low right now, and it'll probably be a while for they get back to normal levels. If you have an ample savings, what is the best thing to be doing with it right now?
Yeah.
Even $1,000, right?
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's not so much about how much you have, it's a matter of getting into the habit of doing it. And the biggest question that I get is, when people do get into that habit, is where do I put it? You know, and what are the options? So it really breaks down. There's obviously a lot of things you can do with your money to grow your money, but it breaks down into 3 categories. One is what I would call fixed. Fixed is your basic savings account, CD, money market. You're not going to lose much, but you're also not going to get that much.
Low risk, but also low reward.
Exactly. You know,
slow and steady.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
But it doesn't necessarily win the race.
It's not going to win the race, because how quick does your money double when you're earning 1%?
Right.
So what about stocks? You can look into stocks and mutual funds.
Stocks, mutual funds, 401ks. Now you're talking about a greater reward, but also a greater risk. So everybody who's had money in the market in 2008 watched their 401k turn into a 201k when, you know, market went down. So yes, there are greater potential for rewards, but kind of looks a little bit like a heart attack, right? Up, down. And it may be necessary long term to get that higher rate of return, but people need to understand how that works.
And for people who don't have a 401k through work, which is roughly half the country, what is the best option for those folks?
If they want to invest in stocks, mutual funds, there's ways to set up individual IRAs where you have the same benefits of a 401k to defer your taxes, but it's an individual account, so you don't necessarily have to work for a company that offers a 401k.
And where should people go to find out more about mutual funds and index funds that diversify for you, and so you're doing all of that without having, you know, some kind of amazing business degree and still making the money?
Absolutely. There's many places online that you can find information. Many times it's overwhelming, and that's where sitting down with someone who's a financial advisor and really giving you some advice that's specific to you, because your risk tolerance might be very different than yours, where you see that down market and you freaking out, and she's perfectly fine, you know. And that brings us to the last category, which is something called index. Index kind of brings both of those worlds together, you know, the fixed and the variable, where you can have what they call a floor. So it's tied to an index, for example, like a S&P 500, and it will take the average of what the index is doing, but if that goes down, there's a floor. So let's say you're not going to lose money, or you make a minimum of 1%. And then there's also a cap. So you can get that higher rate. Up to 15%, exactly. So when you look at an average, that gives the ability to have your money tied to the market, but not in the market with that risk. And that's something that's becoming very popular now, because people have seen their money grow and go down, and they just don't feel comfortable putting it in the variable. They also know they have to get ahead.
Sound advice. Thank you so much for being. Yeah, exactly. Never too late to be smart with money.
And you know, if you getting a financial advice, that's something, sitting down with a financial advisor. You're all welcome to get a free financial plan. You can go to my website, fradelbarber.com.
Well played.
And
wait a minute.
We will
go for it.
Hit her up for it.
We'll
there you go.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.